Okay. Good afternoon. Today is Tuesday, May 5th. We are here for a town board meeting. Please stand for the pledge. Tim, can you take the lead, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can we just stand for a moment of silence for the COVID victims? Thank you.
Now I can hold up. I want my computer up and running.
Okay, we continue operating under a state of emergency concerning opening town, which is the magical question that everyone keeps asking. The governor and the county executive, along with all town supervisors, are working daily in efforts to secure funding and writing up plans for reopening in different phases. According to the president, he wants 4 phases in, and it looks like the governor's following, and so is the county and the townships. The county and the governor and the county executive will make the final determination. Our goal is to first open businesses who are considered at low risk, such as construction and manufacturing. The opening process will be phased, and we will be moving according to risk levels. For example, low-risk businesses will be open, and we move on as the business can possibly provide more contamination, or is that considered a higher risk business, they'll be the last to open. Unfortunately, since the East End was one of the last counties to experience the COVID-19 rage, we will probably lag behind in opening our town. We are now the number 6 in all counties in the United States as far as contamination. Chief, do you want to come up and make a statement? Oh, I just chewed on the mask. Okay.
Did you choke and we'll run up there?
Okay, good afternoon. I really only have 3 items. Wash your hands, stay away from others, and wear a mask. It's really the only things you can do to prevent this spread of this virus. As far as the numbers are concerned, I think we're seeing some good stats come in and appearing to be trending in the right direction. Even though the cases still seem to be increasing at a steady pace, the number of our hospitalizations has gone way down. So back on, I think I said this last time, April 13th, we were at a high of 88 cases in the hospital. We're down to 19 as of yesterday. So those are some really good numbers. As the supervisor said, we are still under a state of emergency, and Town Hall remains closed through May 15th. Our parks and beaches do remain open for passive activity only. So we want everyone to help us out there with this job. So you have to help keep them open by obeying the rules. And that means wearing a mask, staying away from others. Practice social distancing at all times. Finally, if you are in need of a mask, you can call 311 if you're 60 and over, and they will be mailed out to you from the county. And that's about it.
And I would like to also add, it looks like next week the county's going to be rolling out a food program for people in crisis. And if you are an individual who maybe have kids and you don't have food, or you don't have an automobile, or you're disabled, this is aside from the senior program. They will be making deliveries, and as soon as I get, they asked Riverhead to partnership with their program, and we have agreed to partner with their program, and I should have all the details on the website by next week.
I wanted to urge people to dispose properly of their gloves, and particularly in masks, because we're getting complaints and people are seeing them in the parking lots and grocery stores and such, and you know, I certainly hope people do the right thing and dispose of them properly, or it's something we might have to talk about or address.
In a trash can with the lid.
Thank you.
Chief, part of the reasons the cases are rising, I think, also has to do with the amount of testing that's being done.
Yes.
There's far more testing being completed today than there was 3 weeks ago.
Right, I think yesterday the county completed 2,500 tests, so.
Right.
There is a strong correlation,
Mhm.
and we didn't have it 3 weeks ago, but the amount of ramped up, so you're 100%. Get
And-
back to the gloves, the best way to take them off is to take your pinky, and you pull them inside out, and then take your other pinky and then dispose both of them together. It's real easy, it does work, and it's the way that we find people, first responders are trained.
And as of this week, they are opening up antibody testing for police.
Yes.
So we will be
I saw that.
participating in that. so.
Excellent.
Yes.
Well,
And
back
we-
to the numbers, we've been watching the numbers. I was talking with you that the numbers of cases are going up because of what you said, the more testing, but the numbers of hospitalizations are going down, so that's what makes me think it is the testing.
And that's one of the metrics we have to hit. We have to make sure they decrease over a 14-day period, so.
There is a 15-point system in place. For example, how many beds you have open, 70% of the beds have to be open. You have to have a decline of 3 days average.
Right.
You have to have, it's like a 15-point system. Unfortunately, I was analyzing it last night, and Suffolk County, I think we only meet 2 of the benchmarks.
So it's gonna take a while.
It's gonna take a while.
Back to the food and what the town has done and the gracious donors that we've had for the Zucker Foundation. We were able to stock the pantries quite plentiful last Thursday, and that's expected to last a few weeks. And again, everybody's doing their part in chipping in and checking on their neighbors, making sure that they're getting food deliveries, or if they need something, checking in with them, make sure if they're going to the grocery store, they can pick something up for them if need be. And again, I want to thank Frank and Catherine for organizing the Island Harvest food distribution. There was tremendous amount of cars that showed up, so there is a great need. So everything that we can do to chip in is helpful. And to the supervisor's announcement with the county also jumping on board and seeing what they can do, the county and the state, to help people that are hungry. No one should ever be hungry.
And I want to take this moment, if I could, just to wish one of our fellow council members a happy birthday publicly. She had a birthday, Councilwoman Kent, last Friday. Happy birthday, and I'm hoping that you had some fun under these stressful times anyway.
I had some social distancing.
Good,
pardon.
good.
And my neighbors sang to me from the deck next door.
Very nice.
Thank you, Frank.
All set?
Okay, Diane. Moving forward, can I have a first and second to approve the town board meeting
Motion.
minutes from April 7th, 2020?
Second.
Great, perfect.
I'm sorry, who was first?
We're going, we're just,
Okay. Tim and then Frank,
Second and
okay.
Frank,
All right,
whatever.
all right, you want me to go into reports, Yvette?
yes, can you
Okay,
go into
sure.
correspondence, reports, comments?
Okay. Under reports, town clerk monthly report for April, $6,667, no change. There was an IDA, I'll call it a report, but it was a letter. The police department submitted their February monthly report. Tax receiver total taxes collected to date as of, I have 4 of them here, but I'll just do the last one. As of April 29th, that was $90,296,409.57. Under correspondence, I have a few things here. There was a letter from Brian Carroll. He had 4 questions, and I'll read them, and Bill Rothall has provided the answers, so then I will follow through. Will the town establish an amnesty program for overdue or outstanding parking summonses or code enforcement fines? And Bill answered, this is not an issue at this time. The second question, will the town need to transfer more appropriations into the overtime line item budget line for the police department as a result of COVID tasks? The answer was, we will address as needed. The third question, will the voluntary separation incentive be offered to other unions? No. Fourth question, what is the projected impact to the town as a result of the 1-month extension to real property taxes in terms of need for short-term tax anticipation notes or borrowing? No need for short-term borrowing. Okay, that's one. Here is something sent in from Ashley Pope. She said, "Good morning. I support and am appreciative of the town's proposed resolution, 2020, number 208, honoring local healthcare workers." I will just read the whole thing. However, rather than Heroes Way, H-E-R-O apostrophe S, which uses hero in the singular form and implies that just one hero, the better designation would be either Heroes Way, H-E-R-O-E-S, plural, non-possessive, or Heroes, H-E-R-O-E-S apostrophe, plural possessive, which recognizes the heroism of all the healthcare workers. There is also a spelling mistake in the third whereas clause. COVID-19 is accidentally spelled as COVID-19. By the way, all of those errors were corrected. And she says, best wishes for everyone's health and well-being during this time. And I have something sent from Lawrence Street. And he says, "Hello, my name is Lawrence Street. I am the lead person for the executive board for the Eastern Long Island branch of the NAACP. I was not able to be put on the agenda for the May 5th town hall meeting. On behalf of our Long Island Regional Director, Tracy Edwards, we have been asked to reach out to the town officials in regards to the NAACP national project concerning the COVID-19 in minority communities. I've attached a copy of the project. Would you please forward this to the appropriate officials in Riverhead? I would appreciate feedback regarding this project, if possible, by the end of the week. I am responsible for the readouts every Saturday with the NAACP New York State Conference Long Island Region meetings. I can be reached either email or by my cell number. Do you want me to say that? Or you want me to say his phone number?
No,
No?
I think that's gonna,
He will try to join the Zoom meeting for public comments on the town hall meeting today, just to introduce myself and give brief synopsis of the project. And he signed Lawrence Street.
and we'll have a response.
Yes, I did send that out to every town board member, so I'm sure you've all seen that. Here, my last one is from Andrew Mitchell from Peconic Bay Medical Center. Dear town board members, on behalf of the 1,500 healthcare heroes at Peconic Bay Medical Center and its affiliates, I extend our deepest appreciation for considering the renaming of a portion of Roanoke Avenue to Heroes Way. In my nearly 40 years in healthcare administration, I have never before seen the scope of bravery, dedication, and human caring that took place within the walls of the medical center during the COVID-19 outbreak. From doctors and nurses to technical and support staff, everyone at PBMC risked their personal welfare to work as a team and provide incredible levels of care to huge numbers of extremely sick patients. I have never been more proud to serve with these amazing healthcare heroes. I would be terribly remiss if I did not express our deepest gratitude to our entire community for all its support. From donations of food and PPE to the $1 million anonymous donation that was distributed to our staff. The response was truly special, and the naming of the section of Roanoke Avenue by PBMC, Heroes Way, will serve to remind future generations of the selfless caring that took place during this time and honor the staff that provided it. Thank you, Andrew J. Mitchell.
And-
That is it.
And thank you, Mr. President, for such an eloquent letter. I hope you're watching or you hear about this statement. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Diane.
Okay, Diane, can you call the resolution, please?
Sure, okay, we're all set. Resolution 201.
Limitation on department spending, so moved.
Seconded.
Bayrock,
Yes.
Kent,
Yes.
Hubbard,
Yes.
Giglio,
Yes, this is a good move in the right direction, especially during these difficult times, yes.
Aguirre.
Yes,
Resolution adopted. Resolution 202.
Exit incentive for CSEA employees, so moved.
Seconded?
Bayrock.
Yes.
Kent.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 203.
Ratifies acceptance of donation from the Zucker family. So moved?
Second.
Bayrock.
Yes.
Kent.
Yes, and I want to say thank you to the Zucker family. That was really quite amazing. The event that was organized by the supervisor's office, but we all participated in, went really well. And I also want to thank the Polish Civic Association. I vote yes.
Hubbard.
Yes, thank you to the Zucker Foundation, tremendous gift, well needed, well timed.
Giglio.
Yes, thank you to the Zucker Foundation from Riverhead Beverage, also brought in cases and cases of water to be distributed with the food. And then we also had Cops with Cops that came and donated goodies for the kids that could be brought to the pantries. So, you know, there was a lot of involvement from a lot of people, and we thank everybody. And even all the people that showed up from the Chamber of Commerce to help distribute the food or put the food in the back of the truck. Some of those trucks we didn't think were gonna make it out of the yard, but they did. A lot of food weighing down those trucks, so it's a good thing. Thank you, and yes.
Aguirre.
Yes, again, I want to thank the chamber, the town board, everyone who assisted, people who added to this effort, and again, the Sucker family. It was a tremendous effort. It was the one time where you feel like you're really doing something. You're empowered to help the community, and there may be other donations coming in, and we'll continue to work in serving the needs of the public. So absolutely yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 204.
Ratifies acceptance of donation from Polish Town Civic Association. So moved.
Second.
Bayrock.
Yes.
Kent.
Once again, thank you to them. I vote yes.
Hubbard.
Yes, thank you.
Giglio.
Yes, thank you.
Aguirre.
Yes, they provided to us their pavilion, and that was a great location. We were able to practice safe distancing, and again, thank you to the Civic Association for working with us and the Zucker family and all the participants.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 205.
Ratifies acceptance of donation of school supplies from Walmart. So moved.
Seconded.
Bayrock.
Yes.
Kent.
This was, a lot of the teachers stepped up for the last food distribution, and only within a few days before, and got a lot of schools supplies donated. I want to thank the RCFA. I vote yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution.
Thank you.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 206.
Ratifies acceptance of donation of $50 gift card from BJ's, so moved.
Seconded?
Bayrock.
Yes.
Kent.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes, thank you.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 207.
Ratifies acceptance of donation of paper bags from ShopRite. So moved.
Second.
Bayrock.
Yes.
Kent.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes, thank you.
Aguirre.
Yes, and I just want to point out that Gala Food has been providing, supporting strongly our Riverhead Safe program for our seniors, the medically disabled, and veterans, and they continue. They're the only supermarket that agreed to go online with us. We do have upwards of 18 merchants that people can use, and all the information, it's on the website, or you can call Town Hall.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 208.
Authorizes the honorary name designation Heroes Way along a portion of Roanoke Avenue, Riverhead. So moved.
Second.
Bayrock.
Yes.
Kent.
It's a really exciting thing. I'm very proud that we're able to do this, and hopefully at some point we can have some kind of dedication ceremony. I vote yes.
Hubbard.
Proud to vote yes.
Giglio.
Yeah, Andy Mitchell actually reached out to us and asked us to change the street name, so it just goes to show the love that he has for the hospital employees, and we also have for the hospital employees and the frontline workers, everything that they're doing. I mean, it's a great tribute to them and well-deserved, and thank you for all you're doing, yes.
Aguirre.
Yes, this is the least we can do for our frontline workers.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 209.
That's me.
Okay, who's gonna
Approves
read it?
expenditure of trust and agency account funds and community benefit funds for Town of Riverhead Pattern Book Project by Urban Design Associates. So moved.
Seconded,
Bayrock.
Yes.
Kent.
Yes.
Hubbard.
yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 210.
Authorizes application for funding through the U.S. Department of Transportation Build 2020 grant. So moved.
Seconded?
Bayrock.
Yes.
Kent.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 211.
Ratifies adoption of the provisions of Executive Order 202.22, suspending Article 5 of the real property tax law. So moved.
Seconded.
Bayrock.
Yes.
Kent.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yeah, the date for grievances is now set at June 30th. Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 212.
Changes the status of part-time police officers. So moved.
Second.
Bayrock.
Yes.
Kent.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 213.
Accepts the retirement of planner Karen Gluth. So moved.
Seconded,
Bayrock.
Yes. Thank you
Kent.
for your work.
Kent.
Been a real honor and pleasure to work with Karen. She was very thorough and really cared about her work. She's been working for the town a long time, and I wish her well in her retirement. We will all miss her here.
Hubbard.
agreed. Best of luck to her on her retirement, and we appreciate the work she did. Yes.
Giglio.
Congratulations and best of luck, and I hope she takes us up on our offer to still remain on the Alternative Transportation Committee. Because she was very instrumental and she's very knowledgeable of the GIS system, so she's always been very good at everything she does, and wish her best in her retirement. Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes. Good, best of luck.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 214.
Accepts retirement. So moved.
Seconded?
Bayrock.
Yes, and I'd just like to say congratulations to Pat and to Ron. Both, he'll be the next resolution. There's a little backstory here. Ron's son Christopher Pipes Atkinson and my son Austin Bayrott and Ryan Waskey were sort of a group of kids that were thrown together in their Catholic education, and they still remain great friends today, and they all have great families, so I congratulate him on his retirement. He's a real gentleman. Yes.
Kent.
I wish Pat well and thank him for all his service to our town. I vote yes.
Hubbard.
Detective Waskey will be missed. He was an awesome detective, an awesome police officer, and an awesome person. Best of luck to him and his family. They're really good people. Vote yes.
Giglio.
A lot of knowledge, a lot of experience there that we're losing with Officer Waskey and Officer Atkinson, and knowing both of them for many years, they were definitely dedicated to the town, and just want to thank them for their service and wish them the best of luck in retirement. Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes, he's definitely going to be missed. There will be a void in the police department. It's going to take some time to try to recover. Wish him and his family the best of luck.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 215.
Accepts retirement. So moved.
Seconded.
Bayrock.
Yes, best of luck to Ron. Thank you.
Kent.
I vote yes, and I wish Pat well in his retirement, and I also thank him for his service to our town.
Hubbard.
Yes, Sergeant Atkinson will be missed. He was a great person, awesome family man, and had a lot of fun working with him over the years, so I vote yes and wish him nothing but the best.
Sorry to jump in, but I meant to say Ron.
Giglio.
His mouth.
Yes, absolutely. Best of luck, and thank you for your service. Yes.
Aguirre.
Again, Ron, thank you, and best of luck. Have fun fishing.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 216.
Ratifies the appointment of Networks and System Administrator. So moved.
Second.
Bayrock.
Yes.
Kent.
I say welcome aboard. I vote yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Nothing personal, I just don't think now is the time that we should be hiring people. Most people are getting laid off, or they're just not being brought to work. I understand the concerns. Cybersecurity is something that the town, we have firewalls, we have certain cybersecurity. I understand that the supervisor wants to beef it up, but I just don't think it's responsible at this time with $1 million short in revenue and expectations to be hiring anybody. So I'm going to vote no.
Aguirre.
I am going to vote yes. We had an audit report, I believe it was on January 23rd, which indicated that we had no cyber system in place. We know disaster recovery in place. That has changed. We welcome Chip aboard. He comes to us with a lot of experience, highly recommended, and his title was already a line item on the budget. He's going to replace an individual who retired back in, Bill, when did Lori retire?
March 3rd.
Okay, March 30th, so they will not affect our budget as far as expanding and hiring employees. And again, you got your job cut out for you, I'll make sure.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 217.
Appoints an engineering aide.
Seconded?
Seconded?
Bayrock,
Yes.
Kent,
Yes.
Hubbard,
Yes.
Giglio,
Again, Jason has been with us year after year. He's a great employee, and he's really helped a lot with the highway department and tracking the catch basins and when the last time they were cleaned out and documenting it on the GIS. He'll be a very valuable employee, but I just do not feel like now is the time that we should be hiring people. So I'm going to vote no.
Aguirre.
The selection of employment here today are titles where we need to maintain our critical infrastructure, and we're not just ad hoc hiring employees. This was budgeted, and we're moving forward. We need to ensure that our town is secured, and that is the town board's fiduciary responsibility, and I will not waver as far as employing someone so we can maintain our essential operations.
Okay. Resolution adopted. Resolution 218.
Reappoint seasonal pump-out boat operators. So moved.
Seconded?
Bayrock,
Yes.
Kent,
Yes.
Hubbard,
Yes.
Giglio,
Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 219.
Reappoints a seasonal water treatment plant operator. So moved.
Second.
Bayrock,
Yes.
Kent,
Yes.
Hubbard,
Yes.
Giglio,
Yeah, water is critical infrastructure as far as I'm concerned, so I will vote yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 220.
Authorizes settlement of legal action by Joan Fleischman against the town of Riverhead. So moved.
Second.
Bayrock,
Yes.
Kent,
Yes.
Hubbard,
Yes.
Giglio,
Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 221.
Amends resolution number 2020-161. So moved.
Seconded?
Bayrock,
Yes.
Kent,
Yes.
Hubbard,
Yes.
Giglio,
Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 222.
Authorizes town supervisor to execute agreement with Cummings Incorporated regarding generated service and maintenance at facilities of the Riverhead Water District. So moved.
Seconded?
Bayrock,
Yes.
Kent,
Yes.
Hubbard,
Yes.
Giglio,
Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 223.
Authorizes the supervisor to execute a lease renewal agreement authorizing the town to lease a vehicle from Suffolk County Office for the Aging for transportation services for elderly residents. So moved.
Seconded.
Bayrock,
Yes.
Kent,
Yes.
Hubbard,
Yes.
Giglio,
Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 224.
Authorizes the supervisor to execute a memorandum of understanding with Superior Officers Association. So moved.
Second.
Bayrock,
Yes.
Kent,
Yes.
Hubbard,
Yes.
Giglio,
Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 225.
Authorizes the supervisor to execute an amendment to the license agreement with Launcher Incorporated. So moved.
Seconded.
Bayrock.
Yes.
Kent.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
A great company, and I hope that we can keep them here. Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 226.
Hotel Indigo, Best Western Sewer Extension Capital Improvement Project number 224, budget adjustment. So moved.
Seconded?
Bayrock.
Yes.
Kent.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 227.
Authorizes non-pro-tunc extension of bid for annual HVAC maintenance contract. So moved.
Seconded.
Bayrock.
Yes.
Kent.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 228.
Extends bid for dry hydrated line for the Riverhead Water District. So moved.
Second.
Bayrock.
Yes.
Kent.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 229.
Authorizes notice to bidders, installation of water mains and appurtenances, the vistas at Bating Hollow, Fox Hill Drive, Riverhead Water District. So moved.
Seconded.
Bayrock.
Yes.
Kent.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 230.
Authorizes notice to bidders, Sergeant Sewer Lateral Extension, Riverhead Sewer District, contract number RDSD 2001. So moved.
Seconded?
Bayrock.
Yes.
Kent.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 231.
Pays bills. So moved.
Seconded.
Bayrock.
Yes.
Kent.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 232.
I'd like to make a motion that we table resolution 232.
I'll second.
Bayrock.
Yes.
Kent.
Yes.
Hubbard.
Yes.
Giglio.
Yes to table.
Aguirre.
Yes.
Resolution 232 is tabled. That's it.
Okay, great, thank you. I just want to note, prior to, Diane, you reading the resolutions, there were no comments made, to us through email or through phone call.
Just the correspondence I had earlier.
That's it.
That was it.
So it was open for comments prior to the resolutions, however, we did not receive any comments
During that time frame.
during that time frame. Thank you. Okay, at this point, I would like to open up the meeting to, for public comments.
No. Hang on.
They are being conducted through, dial-in, Zoom. Do we have any,
Anybody in the waiting room? Nobody in the waiting room?
waiting for us? Any comments? This is the time.
What? Is there somebody in there?
There's nobody, you can see it on the right hand of the screen. There
Someone's
are-
jumping up and down. Is that you, Dave?
All right, we'll give you one last opportunity. Dial 1-929-205-6099.
That's how they get onto the Zoom?
You can dial it in.
Still trying to figure
Yep,
it out.
and if you need a meeting ID, it is 882-1982-4259, and your password is 387719. And if they call, they go into a waiting room. Yes, there's a waiting room for the meeting.
While we're waiting, I just would like to just quickly address something that we hear, but it's got to be reinforced. With the decline in the hospitalization rate and with the curve starting to go down in a good direction, we can't stop doing what we've been doing, because the moment we do, that hill is going to be going back up again. And unfortunately, in studies, and I thank the supervisor for sending this to me, forwarding me that one, studies have shown in past pandemics that a second wave often has more casualty and more victims than the first wave. So don't get lax, especially with the good weather. I know it's easy to say, you know, but don't do it. Don't do it, because if we try to slowly get things back in order, you're gonna put a screeching halt to that, and we're gonna be much further behind than if we play by the rules and do the right thing now. So I just wanna reiterate that.
Jim, and thank you for bringing up the topic. Since 1700, we've had 8 pandemics and 7 have resurged the second time at a much higher rate. And so thank you for bringing that up, and it's very important. We still don't have any empirical evidence concerning if you have the antibodies, if you're can contaminate or not, or if you can still catch it. The research is going on. It's way too early, and let's not, let's protect our loved ones, your neighbors, your friends, and let's make sure that we continue with the CDC protocols that are in place.
It's all good points. It's easy to forget about it when, you know, it might not be affecting you directly, but I do find I am offering condolences to people throughout the day, and it's sad and scary, and we do need to continue to be diligent about all of it. Thank you guys for the points.
Wash your hands, chief is signaling, wear your masks. And a lot of people are out on the road today, so the weather's getting nicer and people are thinking that it's a good time to get out and go visit friends and what have you, but we're still encouraging you to stay away from, keep your distances, separation distances, and wash your hands and wear a mask.
Okay. All right, hearing from no one, can I have a first and second to close this meeting?
So moved.
Second.
All opposed, all in favor, so moved. Be safe, everyone.